Hey, it's me, GV, and I come to tell you today that it definitely seems like the Oblivion Remaster is all but confirmed at the time of me making this video, which is currently April 15th. You'll probably be watching this on April 16th because that is the day that I'm going to schedule this video for. However, on April 15th, there was some big news in the realm of the Oblivion Remaster. Basically, Virtuos is a development studio that was rumored to be making this Oblivion remake or remaster or whatever the heck it was. And sure enough, on April 15th, a bunch of images went live on their actual website, and they were quickly scrubbed, and this definitely seems like a bit of an oopsie that also revealed, yes, the Oblivion remake or remaster, I guess as it's being called now, is a real thing. And obviously it still hasn't been officially confirmed at this point, but with everything going on, with all the rumors and speculation, and now these images appearing on the actual website, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much going to be a thing. It should be announced very soon as far as everybody can tell, but obviously I guess there's still a chance that this is not happening, but all roads are leading to this thing being announced soon. So let's get into it. I'm going to be covering some of the images here that I find interesting and sort of talking about them and showing you what I'm talking about and what was leaked on this Virtuos website. First of all, we have the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. It looks exactly like, I believe it was Anniversary Edition or Legendary Edition for Skyrim, but it looks very similar. There's like a box art or some sort of, cover art that looks exactly like that Skyrim version, but it is Oblivion, and it says remastered, which was the big thing for me because I wasn't sure if this was a remake or a remaster. And if it was a remaster, it was going to be a bit disappointed because that can mean a lot of things. Although I will say, based on the images that I've seen of this, I mean, I'm definitely getting hyped. It seems at least like on par with that Demon Souls remake, where it's really like an older looking game that is brought, into the modern age. Unlike the Dark Souls remaster, which definitely bummed me out because it really wasn't that much of a change. But anyways, yeah, we have the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered Deluxe Edition. So there it is right there, pretty much almost confirmed as a remaster. Now, this next image is probably the most interesting outside of actually how the game looks. And that is this sort of promotional Oblivion Deluxe Edition kind of promo. So, yeah, the funny thing here is it definitely seems like they're going for the horse armor route, which, fair play. I think at this point, yeah, if it makes sense in terms of the pre-order bonuses or the Deluxe Edition bonuses or whatever the heck, yeah, you might as well poke a little bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke in there and add horse armor, as long as it's not as ludicrous as it was when it first came out, when Oblivion first released. But it looks like typical Deluxe Edition stuff. It looks like some bonus armor sets, maybe some weapons. They're looking pretty Oblivion-y, especially that double-headed battle axe looking thing. I'm usually not too interested in this sort of stuff because obviously it's, supposed to be just little benefits to get the player to sign up for the Deluxe Edition. Usually I only care when it's actual content, storylines and things like that. But this looks like your very typical, little bonus package for buying the Deluxe Edition. And then we've got a comparison image here, 2006 versus 2025, which, by the way, 2025, so soft confirms if this is all real, which it is all real, but you know what I mean, if it hasn't been fully announced yet, that yeah, this will release this year, I would assume. But anyways, we've got a Spriggan with a statue, and we've got what looks like Vilver in the first dungeon. Definitely Vilverin, because it's got that dock leading out to it. And yeah, it looks phenomenal, man. It really has that kind of like Unreal Engine-y, whenever there's those YouTube videos like Super Mario 64, but in Unreal Engine. It's got that look to it, and many more shadows and just a darker tone overall, which I'm sure is gonna make some people sad because Oblivion has a very kind of colorful, saturated look to it. I don't really care. If I can immerse myself in Oblivion in kind of a new visual style, I'm going to be a happy camper. That's going to be enough for me to want to play this game, even with currently playing Oblivion hardest difficulty right now. It's going to be enough for me to want to jump in with a new character. So yeah, all the thumbnails here, which I'll show some other ones throughout this video, are looking real nice. They're looking like, a bit darker, a bit more realistic, but you know, hopefully this will retain that Oblivion charm. So yeah, man, suffice to say, I am exceedingly excited. I mean, I love Oblivion so much. I think it's a game that, if brought into the modern day, will help it out quite a lot. There is a lot of rough edges about Oblivion that makes returning to it kind of tricky, such as the leveling system, as I've talked about ad nauseum at this point. So yeah, it's weird. It's a remaster. So I really don't know what they're going to do. However, if they're keeping all the same vocal lines, if they're keeping all the same level up systems and everything like that, I feel like it's going to be a bit odd. So I don't know. I feel like remaster / remakes can mean a whole lot of different things. This to me looks like a remake, but if it was a remake, they would call it a remake. So it may just be kind of like the Demon's Souls remake, where, you know, it was basically the same game. Blue Point Studios didn't change almost anything about it. And, you know, the visual fidelity and how good the game looked just was massively upgraded. And that's fine enough for me. I would have liked a full-on remake. It doesn't sound like that's what this is going to be, considering they would have definitely called it a remake, right? But maybe they are just calling it a remaster. I don't know. We're going to have to wait to see more about it. But yeah, these screenshots are looking pretty good. And again, overall, this basically just confirms this is a real thing at this point. I want to be very careful with what I say, because obviously it still hasn't been officially announced, but this was on the official website. So, you know, unless it's some massive prank or something, it definitely seems like we are all go. So yeah, lastly here, I kind of wanted to just talk about my personal plans for what to do with this game when it comes out. And it's tricky because right now we're in the middle of an Oblivion hardest difficulty playthrough, and it has been a ton of fun. I've really enjoyed making it. That added challenge has been exactly what I needed to kind of get back into Oblivion. So obviously, if this were to come out, I mean, that's one of the newest Bethesda things that I've actually been excited for in a very long time, which means I would want to put the spotlight on that while still keeping the stuff that we have going on right now going. The major thing is, if it gets announced at some point in April or even in May, we're going to be in the middle of Favorites. And for those that don't know, Favorites is basically, we stream every single day in May, and we have for the past 6 years, including this year's Favorites, which we hit the goal to do it and go all out on stream. Big thank you to everybody that's been supporting. So yeah, so if this comes out near or during Favorites, we might have to make a big audible if it's cool with the viewers, because I could definitely stream it like as soon as it comes out and kind of do an entire comprehensive playthrough, especially with the added time during streaming. And if not, if it comes out kind of like after that, or near the end of May, then I could obviously do a dedicated series on it here on the channel. So, I don't know. I guess what I'm asking is, for anybody that's going to be watching Favorites here on YouTube and on Twitch and on TikTok, I'm going to be multi-streaming, would you want to see an Oblivion, basically Favorites? Because that would, you know, obviously probably hype a lot of people up, myself included, of course. Or would you want to stick with the variety? Outside of that, yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely playing this game, and also probably Sky Oblivion whenever that comes out as well. So, yeah, we'll just have to figure out what to do with it, because I am definitely excited to jump back into Oblivion with at least a visual overhaul. So let me know what you want to see from me in terms of Oblivion. I mean, there's obviously guides and stuff to be made too. That is, if they change anything. Obviously, a lot of the stuff's going to be very old school. You know, this unique weapon is here. Well, we all know that, but, you know, maybe new players have never played this game. So yeah, let me know in the comment section what you want to see from me in terms of content for the Oblivion Remaster. I would love to do 100%. I'm down to do that too. I think it's my bread and butter, but I don't know how much those types of things even work on YouTube these days anymore. But I would enjoy it. So all that being said, if you haven't checked out the Oblivion hardest difficulty playthrough, I definitely recommend it. It's kind of what the spotlight is on right now on this main channel, and it's been a heck of a lot of fun. I will include the playlist in the description of this video, so feel free to check that out if you wish. And again, let me know in the comments section what you want to see from me in terms of Oblivion remake / remaster content. Give me some ideas so I can start brainstorming. And either way, it sounds like we're all what's the term? All streams go, all lights go. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen, it seems like. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for watching my other stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.